So, hi, my name's Warlord Ender. I play out of the Celestial Kingdom. We're just going to do a little intro real quick, but I'm going to be covering Florentine.
Hi, my name is Kiara. I play out of the Wetlands. I am not a warlord. I'm on Flack. I help run SKBC. So if you have questions or anything about the SKBC side, I'm the guy. So.
Okay.
I'm Warlord Tiberius. I am from Polaris. I just kind of added in here because I like Ender's teachings. Add stuff.
Well, for y'all, I just feel free to introduce yourselves, name, where you play out of, and if you have anything specific that you're looking for out of this class.
Millennial out of Crystal Groves. I just don't know what to do. Like, I get stuck thinking about it being single.
Sure.
So I don't.
Yeah.
Shot.
Lots of direction.
Yeah.
100%.
I'm Dax, I'm also out of Crystal Groves. I am, flow is my worst category, and I would like it to not be that. Mostly, a lot of my shots are, I feel like I have opportunities to strike with the sword I'm not holding in my offhand, and I don't know how to form those pathways in my brain to be able to take those shots instead of just like blocking with one and singling with the other.
For sure. Awesome. Jones.
Jais, from Wisconsin. Just kind of generally here to look at improving Florentine. Maybe find some other perspectives on the subject.
Awesome. Fantastic. Well, perfect. So I guess let's start with defining lanes real quick. I'm just going to go over a couple things from foundations, and just to make sure that I recall that information a little easier. So we already know all about grip, right? Lanes, right? Inside is this side of the sword, outside is that side of the sword. Depending on the hand, this is now inside, this is now outside, correct? And we have two swords here. We have two outsides and one inside, right? All this space is here is inside, the outside is that side, right? All that makes sense? Fantastic, beautiful. So, house guard, right? Are y'all familiar with house guard? Yep. These are exactly how we're going to be using our defense. So, having our hand roughly by our hip. Sometimes if the situation calls for it, feeling free to bring that hand down and block for the hip is fine. Now, I won't get too deep into it because I'm sure y'all are already familiar with the nomenclature, but this blocking this hip, this blocking this shoulder, this blocking this shoulder, this blocking this hip. At the end of the day, that shape is a house, right? Just kind of fast forward through this. So now, let's go over guards. So I have 4 guards that I would like y'all to try out. First guard is going to be, we're going to call it Rogue 1. This is traditionally, Kiara here's a rogue. So this is going to be, for the most part, your most common viewpoint on Florentine. Lead hand forward, kind of tilted at an angle towards your opponent, and your offhand defending your lead hand's forearm, right? And obviously if we switch our stance, our goal is to do this, if we're doing it left foot forward, our left hand's forward. If we're going to swap right hand forward, our right hand leads, our back hand covers our lead arm. Yeah. If y'all don't mind going up and just correcting stances real quick. So because of how few people we have here, we can get a little bit more intimate. So go ahead and get in your stance. Awesome. So our goal here is our lead hand is going to have an outside denial. So kind of like this side of the house. Yeah, for sure. So we want to keep them from being able to throw over there. And now because this is the only thing that's open, we just cover it right up. Yeah, for sure. 100%. Notice before, where were you?
I was up here.
Yeah, right.
But
so now,
if I'm over here walking through.
yeah, yeah, for sure. Yeah, you get to defend this arm. The further away we are, the more we have to defend the more shallow parts of our arm, right? If the closer I get, right, now this part of your arm is a little bit more safe, but now your body is more in danger. So what do you have to do? Yeah, for sure. Yeah, you still want this outside denied, right? Oh, outside. Right. This is always here to block this outside, but if this is kind of telescopic,
Yeah.
right? As we come in, this needs to shrink with us.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Exactly. So go ahead and project out. Awesome, for sure. Remember, this one's vertical, 100%.
Because
Yeah.
that's what's going to cover this.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
we're-
Even if I go
we're
outside,
forcing
don't
you
move.
to contend with this.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
100%
Yeah,
defending
because I'm
it.
blocking over here.
Situation.
Yeah. So now this is
So if I'm contending
one,
with this
especially
here,
using hand matching.
by doing
You'll be able
this,
to defend
you're
this arm
denying
more
me access to your middle,
and
your
just
center
really
line.
incorporate using that
Covering
left
up
hand.
here, which is
Right?
not a high
Oftentimes, the benefit of
percentage
Florentine
area,
is
people are gonna go
getting
back
this
and
hand
really
started,
digging for that.
and really
But it has
abusing
to
this
be
hip, this
this,
arm, the shoulder.
and it's
Yeah.
this, right? So this is more
Awesome.
dangerous
The other
than
one.
this one.
Yeah,
But you're
switching
denying
sides,
me any
beautiful,
sort of
awesome.
access
So
to
the
your
only
center
correction,
lane
if
and
we
that
took this
floor.
sword out of the
So
fight,
you're
so
forcing
just
me
go
to
ahead and
contend
move it away, don't move.
with
So at the
this
moment,
4 foot forward stance. Right?
yes, I could just
So
chop here. Yes, right?
This here.
So we need to have an outside
is
denial
really
guard. So
my
this
only
shouldn't
shot.
be as
You've
easy
got
as chopping it. So what do you have to
3
do?
different ways to block it.
Yeah, a little bit more. Yeah,
I'll
right
come
there.
back
Do you
here.
notice the difference there? Yeah.
Yeah.
So now I can't just chop at it. What do I have to do? I have to do something like this. Right, and now you have an easy block and return.
Yeah, I'm
Here.
Yeah,
Right,
yeah.
exactly. So that's the subtle difference. If I were to show you what this looks like, right now you're doing this. Yeah, I need you here. Right? Do you feel like you can hit the outside anymore?
And it's
No, not here.
so far
Right,
apart.
right. From here,
So get
all
back
day,
in.
right?
Yeah.
And that's the subtle difference. We need to have this one
You don't have
denied,
to
this one
come
defended.
down. You don't
Right?
have to
Feel free to keep that
come
posture
out.
up.
If they
It's
know,
literally
if they want
Yeah, I
to
like
put
that.
it on your body.
Now, this backhand,
This right here.
we can bring it up a little bit more. Our goal is to keep it
Yeah. And then you've got 8 different ways you
available.
can scale
Yeah.
it.
If I leave this back here the whole
That's the
time,
block.
yeah, I'm defending my forearm, but you don't feel like this is a
Okay.
threat.
Yeah.
Exactly. Bring it
So,
up a
like-
little bit more means that it can potentially be in the fight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right? Awesome.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah. So I'm gonna throw
Let's,
real slow on that.
I'm just gonna look
Yeah.
around. How are
And
you
then what is
doing?
your response? Yeah, that's a great
Yeah.
response. You've got
Cool.
so many different
All right,
things
line
you
up
can
with
do
me.
here. If you're feeling real lazy, like you
Awesome.
can just clear that. and
Nice.
hit me.
What I would say
Here,
is I
with
want
this,
your hand.
You really don't want to. 'Cause you still
Right
want
now
to
it
do
looks
something
like
here in center lane, especially
your whole hand is
class.
supinated forward
But,
perfectly.
I
I
really
want you to
like-
have a slight kilt on your wrist.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And then
for sure.
as soon as
That's
you
a
clear
subtle
it,
difference, but I promise you it's
come
going to be a
back
lot.
to guard, right?
The only potential
So,
option I have is
here,
just
chop my
inside,
arm,
right?
back
But this should be an easy block and return,
Yeah.
Yeah.
right?
So I can probably just do that again.
Now,
Yeah,
give me the
for
shoulder.
sure. Right? What we
Sorry.
want is
That's how you're
this to always be considered. Yeah,
Yeah,
for
that's
sure.
right on the
But if you
outside of the shoulder.
over-exaggerate, you end up being
Yeah.
caught in a problem,
Shoulder.
right?
That's exactly it.
So, don't move.
Yep. How does that feel? Good?
Am I hitting you?
Yes.
Okay.
I feel
Move
like the theme
a
of
quarter
this
inch.
weekend is
The,
To block it.
like this.
Yeah, that's it. That's all you need. If you go too far, if that was a fake, I have inside
Yeah.
again.
I mean, I guess in that
Right.
case, like you
Getting
just
guard?
you don't need to
Yep.
spend a whole lot of
Nice.
effort
That's
to
rogue
get
one.
a result that
Perfect.
you want. Like
Awesome.
you moved your block like half an inch, basically, right? So if I wanted to even come here to hit this, you're gonna have to work a little bit harder for that, but not really, right?
Yeah.
So I wouldn't come so far out with that, but because I'm gonna put my sword up here, that's your block.
Okay.
Go back into guard. That's all you have to do.
Perfect.
Yeah. And then this guy is still staying here. You're bringing this a little still too close to your body.
Okay.
Coming out here, because you see how far we had to move in space out here.
Yeah.
Dude. Same thing here. If you come back, your blocks are going to have to be a lot bigger to block closer to your body. And
Okay.
this is going to block that kill zone and protect your arm. So you don't even need to come all the way back for that.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
Cool.
Awesome. So it looks like everyone's good to go. A couple notes, obviously, just for the camera. Our goal is to have that outside denial. So if I were to line up with the camera, I don't want to necessarily be in this position because I'm showing off a little too much arm. I would prefer to have something more like along the lines of this, where I'm forcing you to have to really commit to go outside. I want my hand to be still considered in the fight, right? So if I'm all the way back here, for sure I'm still defending the arm, but now this isn't as much of a threat. So I want to bring it in more, especially now we're also talking about denying stabs, right? So our goal for the most part is to try and keep our hands roughly within 8-ish inches from each other at any given time as we're fighting in Florentine. So does that make sense, everyone?
Yeah.
Keeping these fairly married to each other in that regard. Awesome. So that was our first guard. Our second guard is going to be Rogue 2. Okay. So this is Rogue 1, where our backhand is defending our forehand. Actually, I skipped a detail. What is the benefit of this? Anybody?
What a range that's really defended.
Yeah? Range really defended. Anything else? No?
I mean, it allows this arm to attack, and this is already sitting here to
For sure.
block most of the highline shots.
100%, yeah. I find it most beneficial against a single sword situation. So if I'm fighting, let's say, maybe a boardman where I want to be a little bit more ranged, or maybe I've already wounded someone and they're down to one sword, this is really beneficial because we're basically fighting single sword, right? This is kind of defending for me, but I have a semi-buckler kind of object in this space, right? So this is really beneficial in that regard. Now, Rogue 2, oh yeah, please.
With Rogue 1, with regards to your shoulder orientation, how is that? Is that more bladed or is...
not too bladed. So if you blade too much, the benefit of blading is that you have a little bit less surface area. But now this shoulder is so far away that my level of influence, right,
Right.
gets cut off drastically, right? Like here I'm fully bladed, and now my right sword just might as well not be here, right? So we want to be a little bit more square, but I'd say if I'm completely parallel with my opponent's shoulders, I want to be at most about 45 degrees.
45. Okay.
Right? Give or take?
Yep.
All right, perfect. So now, thank you. Good question. Oh, anything else? No? Perfect. So we're going to go to rogue 2. So rogue 2 is going to be a similar situation, but rather than our rear hand being in front guarding our lead hand, it's going to be right in front. All right? Awesome. Perfect. Don't forget, we want our hands about 8 to 10-ish inches from each other. Yeah, that's way better. For sure. Our lead hand, the outside denial, rear hand. Yeah, nice. Perfect. Horizontal. Beautiful. Good job. All right, instructors, if you just take a look real quick. Any other additions? Nice. Perfect.
Yeah.
Okay, don't forget.
It is weird.
Yeah, just a pinch.
Now,
Just a pinch.
foot forward
Yeah,
and the other
100%.
foot back, and
Yeah.
this is where a little bit.
Yeah, for sure. Perfect.
Sort of
That's perfect.
for this
Now, the only
still
yeah.
point, right?
If you end up blading your feet like this, then footwork-wise, you end up denying a lot of potential for you.
Come up a little bit.
That's correct. Yeah.
So
Here's-
keep the
Do you have a question?
Oh yeah.
All right.
Go ahead.
No,
straight
No, go
across.
ahead.
you doing
Seems like
something?
No,
you're
well,
giving up
I wanted to
that
get
a
more
lot
space
more,
and
where you're-
work through stuff. But
That
I'm
needs to be, like,
no,
paid
I'm
there.
the warlord. Please
Okay.
bestow upon us your wisdom.
No worries, no worries. So you're here, yep, good guard, awesome. So we want that outside denial, similar as before, so you left it a little bit more vertical. Exactly. So now you're still cutting off this inside land, but being a little bit proactive with that rear hand.
Okay.
Yeah. Now you don't want your hands a little this far, right? Because now by going for a stab, you know, you're kind of inviting me. It's almost as if you're goalposting me. Yeah. So just a pinch tighter, 100%. How's that look?
No, that's perfect. That's exactly
Awesome.
it.
Perfect.
Is there any difference between keeping them parallel to each other and like one up yards is better?
In a base guard, no. Or yes and no. What we're going to get to is that eventually we're going to want to flow from these different positions. And, you know, every once in a while you're going to want to bring your hand low, right? If someone's going for maybe, you know, this low hip, you can for sure block here, right? Drop this hand to block this hip, and now you have a free attack option with that one, right? Or you could, in theory, block with this and shoot with that one, right? You have the option.
Yeah.
Situationally, I'm not gonna say one's better than the other at the moment, but you have ability.
I see.
Perfect. Awesome. You all good? Yeah. Perfect. Awesome. So personally, I really like this guard. For Florentine, maybe 50-50. I really love it more against Boardman though. Do you mind grabbing shield?
I also brought a board if that's helpful.
Perfect. So where I find Rogue One, my bad guys. So where I find Rogue One can be really beneficial towards someone who's maybe sword foot forward and a little bit more aggressive and extending their arm more. Yeah, so like, you know, I can really get into this fight and really fight that hand. If however, if someone's a little bit more defensive or a little bit more shy, if we take the opponent analysis class, someone who's a little bit more direct defensive, spoiler alert, what's going to be really beneficial here is getting this sword in the fight, right? Now, this shoulder is much more of a threat because I'm bringing my gear closer, right? So I still have this outside defended, assuming tie goes outside, yeah. I still have this option or this option. Personally, I prefer this. Some people will tell you this, how it's all based off the situation. If I feel like I'm a little too close, right, then when Ty throws his shot, if I throw with this hand, he could have a follow-up to my hip, right? So for example, he's taking the effort to go here. He might just drop his hand and follow up, right? A little 1-2. Exactly. So to be conscious of that, if I maybe footwork-wise I didn't react, I didn't maintain my range well enough, I want to be conscious of that possibility. So I leave this hand here to defend, and I just cross with that backhand. Normally this isn't very kosher, but there is a time and place. Any questions on that regard? Perfect. So yeah, obviously we also have this shoulder, right? So ideally, there's PTQ, Peter the Quick has mentioned before, a little typewriter kind of effect, where eventually if you abuse this hip and this shoulder, or this arm and slot enough, this shoulder starts to appear, right? You could just slam it, board side shoulder, and it's almost like a typewriter in a way. So tick, 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 ding, Eventually it reminds the fighter that they need to bring their shield back, and you can go back to abusing this until they forget again. Thank you. Awesome, so we're gonna get into more details of this in a second, and application, but I have 2 more guards for you. Second guard is gonna be Goofy guard. So we have this one as Rogue 2. Goofy is gonna be lead hand horizontal, yep, backhand vertical. Now this one is gonna be good situationally, very good against dark sides. So, sorry. So if we're defending, go ahead and dark side for me. So if I'm here, right, I can do this hand here, but now all of a sudden I have a gap where he could potentially change an angle. So now I'm here defending this side of my body with this sword. I still have offensive options to get under, right? This is pretty good for a situation, more of a transitionary guard. Or it could be really good as a bait. So if I'm here in my guard in Goofy, naturally I'm baiting my lead hand, right? This one's horizontal, right? As Peter the Quick talked about during foundations, horizontal means that it's a bait, vertical means it's a denial.
Yep.
Right, so our lead hand here is a bait, right, which gets us into that position we were talking about before. If this ends up being a double shot, we're still defending our hip, and we still have that option over there. Right? Awesome, so if we could just all, real quick, take a look at some Goofy guard. Awesome, lead hand, nice.
It's lead hand.
Lead hand, yeah, it's a little unorthodox, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, right, and so now, if I throw outside, what's your reaction?
String.
Yeah,
Yes.
100%, right?
And this can just go. Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Does
Yeah.
that feel interesting?
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. And so you could just line up with someone, right? I could just, if we're fighting right now, I could just line up with you like this, and because you've never seen it, it's
Yeah.
very unorthodox. You're just like, oh, there's nothing there. I could just clearly hit that arm.
Yeah.
Obviously, you can
Yeah.
hit that arm, right?
Yeah.
Exactly. It's kind of a bait guard. Awesome.
Yeah.
But you were perfect. Switch stance?
But then this is what
Or, sorry, you're good here. You were in the other stance.
Yeah, I was here.
Yeah.
It's,
Feels a little weird.
lead hand horizontal.
It is
Lead hand
weird.
horizontal.
I don't
but
like
so it's
doing
lead hand
this.
horizontal.
Yeah.
Yep, exactly.
So I'm just
If you
gonna
switch your
put my
stance,
here.
Then it goes. There.
yes,
There-
100%,
There we
right?
go.
If I have a shield here and our
Angle
dark
this a
side,
little bit.
you drop this hand.
Drop
Yep,
here,
just like
go.
that. Very easy, right?
Yeah.
We are backwards. Okay.
And it's pretty important in my opinion to mention it just so we have a position, right?
And
Not
then back to,
like, yes, it's a guard, but it's a position as well
Mhm.
that we can use to defend ourselves against dark sides. Do
Yeah.
you understand? Lead hand. Yeah, almost. So I want this hand to be almost on your center line. Yeah, because we still want to deny stabs, right? So yeah, 100%. Keep everything tight. But if I go like this, you can for sure parry it away. Yeah. So similarly in like fencing, I believe it's like the 1 and the 2. Yeah, exactly. We're using those to parry the stabs as well as range control. As well, but now you have a really good answer to dark sides. Fantastic. All right, the last one that we're gonna cover, I like to call it the honest guard. Okay. Who here fights people who are super aggressive in Florentine? They just want to run up on you and get all aggressive. Ba 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 ba. Right? Everybody. So I like to call this the honest guard. All right. What is it? It's gonna be backhand. Is gonna keep a low stab position, right? Pointed roughly at your opponent's belly button or sternum area. Yep. Lead hand is going to defend your body, right? Again, similar to Goofy guard, this one is going to still, again, bait that outside arm, right? Assuming someone throws at it, easy rip parry and follow up with a stab. Yeah, super effective. This is going to keep people from wanting to close on you, right? If people want to line up a stab, you're like, I'm not going to run up in that, right? Like, that's just asking me to die. So this is a nice position for us to have to keep those aggressive people at bay. So let's just take a look real quick. Awesome. Nice.
I use my belt as my.
Cool. So let's have your hand roughly around your belly button area. The pommel, excuse me. Yeah.
Yeah.
And now the tip of your sword wants to be low.
Turn it
Yeah,
sideways?
for sure. Right now I'm just like, oh my goodness. I'm gonna be like, no, don't stab me.
I-
Right? But
I
notice
mean-
I'm not
A
close.
little bit of angle.
Right, I'm afraid.
Yeah.
Fantastic. If I throw out here,
think
it's
like,
a block stab. Yep.
Almost pocketing.
100%.
Like,
Yeah,
I use.
and assuming I throw over here, this is out of range,
And
so it
then
doesn't matter. You can
this
still
one's
do
like the
exactly.
rogue.
But you notice it's really easy to just windshield wipe
Yeah.
over, right?
Yeah.
Fantastic. Awesome.
Oh, that's good.
You're doing great. Yep. So pommel roughly around your belly button, sternum area. Yep. Pointed at me. Almost. Bam. Oh, yeah, get
Like,
aggressive.
all
with
the
it.
way over.
Get it aggressive, man. Yeah. What do you feel more threatened by, this or this?
That's true. That's
Yeah.
like right into me.
This is, I just want you to focus on this.
Yeah.
Right? At the end of the day, here's something that you can do. Ty, if you're fighting Rogue One, I'm not going to stop you. Right? Something as simple as, if I'm like this, I could just pump it. Yeah. You're like, oh no, I'm like, really don't want to get hit here, right? Easy follow-up, chop to the arm, right? Assuming Ty drops his offhand towards this stab, or sorry, yeah, or your lead hand here. Yeah, assuming he drops his lead hand here to block it, you still have this outside option, right? Personally, I like a backhand. What do we call it? Reverse wrap, right?
Yeah.
Talked about these reverse wraps. So I throw a reverse wrap here, still block my center line, and we still have this stab threat, right? So very fun, awesome. So those are gonna be the guards. Now what I want y'all to do is I want you to spar each other a little bit and experiment guards. So one person's going to be doing Rogue 1, another person's going to be doing Rogue 2, and then as y'all fight, I'm going to want you to alternate which guard you're on. Okay? So at the moment, just pick one, stick to it for that fight. Whoever wins, wins, whoever loses, loses, and then pick a new guard. Awesome. You good? Awesome. Would you like, who wants to spar here? Do you mind sparring?
Yeah,
Travis?
of course.
Give some direction here.
Yeah. Just lifted a little bit. I'm like, yeah. Maybe that was
You turned, I was like, oh, no.
Maybe that was a stab. But yeah.
But you stepped in and I like slipped back for the. I was
I'm like, I'll catch that shot.
Alright, so which one are we switching to?
What was that? Sorry.
Which guard are you switching to?
That was the. I kind of mixed them up, but I started. But then,
Do you remember the guards?
yes.
Yeah.
So that was the Rogue One.
Yep. So now let's switch to honest. Remember honest guard? Low stab?
Yeah.
Yeah. Alright.
Oh wait, is it the other one?
Well, you switch your hand. So your backhand is that low stab.
Yeah.
Yep. Sorry. So this one's going to be here. Backhand low stab. Yeah,
Okay.
for sure. And the reason we want this is because if they're going to bat this away, this lead hand is going to have the range to be able to hit them where you
Okay.
want. Right?
Okay.
Perfect. Good. Awesome.
Fired that one all the way over. I was just like,
Which card are you switching to? I was just doing. You were Rogue 2, yeah. Rogue 2. So which one are you going to try out now? Let's go. Okay.
I got the stab on.
Nice shot. Alright, which card are we switching to? Yeah, for sure. Isn't it?
Is it? It's basically like the T, right?
Just like that, yeah.
falling down, man. We're good.
Right?
Feels real silly.
It does feel really silly.
Quite.
Yeah.
Two. Okay.
Yeah. No, look. Block that one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, get that out of the way.
Yeah, here.
So I have to.
Which one feels the weirdest to fight against so far? I'm kind of giving you all of them.
Nice. Whew.
Awesome. So I set a little 5-minute timer. My phone was on silent, so I guess it didn't go off. But sorry, guys. So, how do we feel about those guards?
Yeah.
Good.
Eh.
Any questions? Anything feel weird?
I do have a question.
Please.
That is, what would you recommend for a method on deciding what hand or like foot you should be fighting forward?
It really just depends on the fight. So actually, we're going to get into application
Okay.
and shot options from these guards. And at the very end of the class, we're going to go over something called that I like to call flow guard, which is really incorporating all these guards simultaneously, seamlessly between each other while we're fighting, which is a little bit more complex.
Yeah.
It might be a little deep at the moment, but we are going to cover for shots right now.
Yeah.
So let's start with. You ready? So, Rogue 1, just pick a guard that you want, and we'll just start from there. So, Rogue 1, what are some strategies that I'm looking for? So, Rogue 1, what are some shot options that we like? So, footwork-wise, what I'm looking for during this fight is I always want to have a little bit of a favor on the outside. So, we're currently fighting center line, right? I like to think of center line as either our feet are matching, maybe our chin or our cheeks are aligned. There's a couple ways you can think about it. I personally like to look at feet though. So I want to always try and start the fight favoring a little bit on the outside, okay? So even if it's just, a half step, right? Right now, I'm not sure if y'all can really pick that up from there, but it really isn't much. Mm-hmm. But what this starts to do is it starts to make our opponent fear the options on the outside, right? So if I were here on center line and Kiara's in her guard, if I throw out here, it's a fairly simple block, right? She really doesn't have to move much. Now if I have this slight favor on the outside, now what has to happen? Yeah, for sure. Notice how much more movement's going on here. What ends up happening is if we go back to center line, I throw the same shot. Go ahead and defend. I'm about to bring this right hand.
Sorry.
So if I come here, right? This shot is very easy to block because she hasn't really needed to commit very far, right? Now we have this outside position. Guard has to be way more exaggerated. Now I have a little bit of an option here, maybe a little of an option over. I've basically forced her to come a little bit more square with me and force herself to give me some options, right? And that's what we're kind of looking for. Another option I really like is a backhand. So as I'm here, I like some of these backhands. Now in this situation, this specific guard, right? It maybe isn't the best option to throw a backhand, but it's still a solid, valid threat, right? If Kiara were to throw maybe something towards my inside, yeah, now I have an easy block. This backhand, especially accompanied by a step, is a really nice shot option that keeps me very well defended.
He's hitting me up here.
Right? Notice I don't have to close much, right? Our ideals are still the same. I'm sorry. I guess we didn't necessarily cover that, but our goal is to fight the arms, followed by the torso. Right? A very common theme that people fall into is they want to fight the body, right? They want to end the fight quickly, but in the process, you know, they get sidestepped, they get range controlled, right? And all of a sudden you die for no reason. So our goal is to still fight this arm, right? And maintain this distance. So sidesteps, backhands, right, are really nice. We keep that favor on that inside, a good denial guard, right? Throw this backhand. If she follows through with a shot, right, leaves an opening, right? Inversely, I could throw an inside. Against this specific guard, it's not as good, but that's why it's important to mention. I have potentially a shot towards this inside arm, right? I do need a little bit of favor on the inside, right? So in this case where I wanted outside favor to throw an outside shot, I want a little inside favor footwork-wise for an inside shot. So if you get your guard up, right? Now I have a shot on this inside forearm, right? And a bait, right? I'm still denying a really high shot. I'm baiting something down here. And so what ends up happening is what? Kiara throws low, really easy return like we talked about before, right? For the most part, this backhand in Rogue One is really mainly used for defense and a bait, right? What we want is we want our opponent to cross on us, right? Go ahead and, right? This is bread and butter all day. These two objects are now completely blocked out by our one hand, so we have a free action here. Do you have anything to add to that?
No, I feel like it's pretty solid.
Awesome. Okay, cool. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. Awesome. Let's stick with Rogue One for now, and let's start incorporating these offensive options. So we're gonna stand. Our goal is to. One person's gonna stand there in their guard. The other person's gonna move a half step, throw a shot, and the other person's gonna try and defend themselves. Okay. One person gets to block 2 shots. One person gets to move and throw 2 shots. Okay. Yeah. Sorry. Before you start. Yes.
That's so real.
Only because we're moving our feet.
Awesome. Okay. So, Rogue One.
Yep. So let's start. Let's see with Dax, right?
That's right.
Beautiful. All right. So I get a little bit closer here, right? Just a pinch. Nice. All right. So now your goal is going to be you're going to be on defense. You're going to take a half step in one direction, attack a quadrant. Yep. Half step. Nice. Okay. Yeah. You like the flat wrap. Mm-hmm. Perfect. So now, what do you see from here?
Well, I don't have it because of the block here.
Right. That's fine.
And
You might not see the arms, but note that.
go here.
Yeah, for sure. You can go there. No.
This feels odd because it's just both.
Yeah.
Everything's on the inside.
Yeah.
I guess I'm go here.
For sure.
I can. If this doesn't and I can pull down.
Yeah.
Because something is probably going to come to this direction.
Consider offense and defense, right? So
Yeah.
if we're having one sword breaking off our offense,
Yeah.
what's our backhand defending? What are we leaving open? Yeah.
This
so,
side.
Yeah, you can for sure do this with your hand, but note that you're gonna have a lot of for sure, way better. Right? If something ends up coming in for a stab, you want to be able to move it out the way. Sure. Yeah, I mean, there's plenty of options for
Yeah.
this, right?
Yeah.
Try the same thing, but with so Rogue One.
Yeah, right.
Backhand towards that arm. Almost. What did we forget about the step? Yeah, for sure. Keep a neutral guard path, or don't react. Just throw that back in. Nice, for sure. Notice how deep you're getting.
Yeah.
You can actually be a little bit further away, right? Because
Yeah.
remember, our goal is to fight the arm. So for the same shot, backhand, nice. Yeah. From this position, you see how defended you are still?
Yeah.
Right. Exactly. And so now the fight is favored for you.
Yeah.
Where do you have to be to block that? Right? Yeah, for sure. So you have to block it there. Awesome. All right. What options do you feel like you have from here?
Help me, sorry.
Yeah.
Just taking that
Yeah.
up and down. I could also, if I do more steps, could step in and get that, but that's also
I like that. That's scrappy. I like
So-
that. I like where your head's at. Our goal here is just to think about our options, right? Like, we don't want to necessarily be concrete in our thinking. We have a whole world of a playground to figure out. There's going to be plenty of options. Fantastic. So now, let's put you on defense. All right. And,
Yeah. I'll swap.
yeah. Do you want to switch your stance? Yeah. Our goal here for the most part is going to stay hand matching
Yeah.
for the most part. We're going to get to switching later. Perfect. So yeah, you have that little bit of favor. Nice. And then you take your step. Take a step and throw it. Yep. Yeah. Do it again. Yeah. So that's that flat wrap. Go ahead and exaggerate your block so that you can get to it. Yeah. Stop on contact for me.
Sorry, what was that?
Do the same exact thing, but stop on contact. So where do you have to do the block with? It's still touching, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you feel like you can see now?
Get all in here.
Right. Right. You see it, that little bit of favor with that footwork gave you so many openings.
Yeah.
Right. Now do the same exact thing and throw it backhand. Do you remember the reverse wrap?
Yeah. Left hand does not want to do that.
Okay. That's part of the practice, right? Almost. So we're already off center. Our goal is to take that footwork step. Right? Step in, roughly around here. Yeah. Go ahead and just practice that shot for a second. Yeah, 100%. Where do you have to be to block that? Do that same shot again. Yeah.
Be out here.
Yeah. What can you see? Right? It's just
right
everything,
here.
right?
Yeah.
He's still fighting you that's over there.
You're controlling.
Yeah.
Right? Positionally, he's really out of position. Awesome. Fantastic. Cool. Y'all good? Any questions?
Solid guy, very fun options. Cool. Probably using not the range that's recommended here, but
Fair.
well,
Awesome. So we're gonna get to.
Backhand here was still a little bit further back. You had a nice shot right on the wrist for that, and that was just I saw that and I was like, I didn't even bother pointing it out because it's such like a niche thing. But it was something you only needed like this bit. Not even. Can I touch your arm? Yeah, it was the inside right here, and your sword was back here. That's all you fucking need. Yeah.
So I want to be guarding.
Yeah. Can I touch your sword? Yeah. Okay, I just want to be super like.
No, yeah,
fair.
you're good.
Okay. My name's Kiara. We're gonna get friendly. Yeah. So I would just, if you're gonna use this to guard, just be mindful of what's open because this is just a
When we were doing
little
that,
like
Just-
under the
just
wrist
under
thing,
there.
and
No,
that's enough
he
for
was-
him.
he was testing
Yeah.
on that
So
one.
just like it's actually
I'm like, okay.
to use that hand
The
to,
minute I was
help
in this guard,
trying to
to help
Yeah.
cover,
solve
but
it.
just be mindful like
Kind of, I'm
what
like,
you're
oh,
gonna be
okay.
leaving open, and someone could be real quick with that. Just
kind of
that
area
inside,
where
like
I
it'll
was
come underneath the guard or something like that. So if you're gonna have this guy
In general, but
on his
also
arm, just be aware of what you're leaving open
Yeah.
here.
And I'm like, that works.
Here.
Yeah.
Further
This guy's gonna be doing a lot of
getting
work.
one at
I saw that, I
one.
was like, man, that'd be a fucking spicy shot.
Yeah. What I was trying.
he was
Just to
responding
emphasize
like you were,
where that
except he
guard
was in
needs to
like
cover.
grind range. So it's
Gotcha,
just
gotcha.
like, I need to step this way or else like everything else is like, okay, we're in here. We're doing
Nice.
it.
Awesome. So let's look at opener for row 2. Horizontal chop of the backhand. Okay. With it. So where rogue 1, our sword isn't going to be as much in the fight. Rogue 2, for sure it's in the fight, right? So horizontal chop. You can stay on rogue 1 for now. So this shot is a very effective opener in this regard. It's, in my opinion, at the moment, it's really it's effective, but it's overused, right? However, because it's effective, we're going to teach it. So horizontal chop, right? What's this convince our opponent to want to do?
Shoulder.
Yeah, they want to cross,
Yeah.
right? We're baiting again, right? So they throw cross. What do we have? We have a 2-on-1 situation again. Yeah, exactly. So for the most part, if we're going to be fighting in Rogue 2, this is extremely effective. We don't want to compromise our strong outside guard unless we absolutely have to. Okay. We're going to fast forward through that one real quick just because time's a little limited, and we're going to get to the real juicy stuff later. So, notes. Goofy guard. All right. Do you remember backhand? Goofy guard is where, ooh, sorry. This shot really shines, right? Bam, right? Super effective. It gets our opponent to have to get super out of position where this is really lined up already. Where before in, Rogue 1, this backhand is nice, but we're kind of in our own way. In Goofy guard, this sword wasn't in our way to begin with, right? All we were looking for was an opening. So this is extremely beneficial. Bam, we have options. Lastly, opener. Alright, For the last one, the honest guard, an opener that I really like is this kind of upward diagonal chop. It's almost a flat wrap, but not really, but we're not going to argue about that. So again, having that little bit of inside favor, footwork wise, inside chop. Why?
Bump the arm up in the staff.
Yeah, not only are we defending ourselves, but what are they going to do?
Yeah.
Open themselves up. Free stab. Right? Now, how much time do we have? 15 minutes. Sorry, I have to fast forward to make sure I get all the content out. Oh, wait, no.
No, we got till 3.
We have until 3. Just kidding. We can afford to slow down. Sorry, I thought we had until 2:30. I'm sorry, guys.
But this means we're gonna get to the juicy stuff sooner, yeah?
Yeah, for sure. Let's see. Do y'all have any questions so far? No? Okay. So, flow guard, we're just going to get to this and then we're going to get a little bit more into it with y'all in a second since we have 3 instructors for 3 students. So, flow guard, is what I call flow guard, is adopting all these things together. So, notice if I'm here in an honest guard, actually, I'll face over here. You're good. So if I'm here in an honest guard, how quickly can I change guards?
Pretty quick.
Right. From here to here, all of a sudden I'm in Rogue 2, right?
Yeah.
Holy shit. If I'm here in Rogue 1, I can immediately get to Goofy, right? And our goal is to transition these, and we're changing where our vertical block is and where our horizontal block is at any given point in time, so it's harder for our opponent to read. And we're basically actively using baits and guard switching to get our opponents flustered, right? So, just like we were talking about before where we convince our opponent to throw a shot, right? We still want to block it. If I'm here in Goofy, how quickly can I block this arm? Right? Rogue 1. Bam. Inside shot. Maybe Kiara wants to throw back body with her offhand. Right? Right here, where am I?
You're almost Rogue 2. Yeah.
Goofy.
Goofy.
Yeah.
Goofy, right? I came from here, right, where I defended my lead hand, and with her throwing at that back body, I instantly caught a horizontal, right? I changed where my horizontal block is from this side to this side. I have a good threat towards this arm, right? And I still have this backhand defended, right? Holy shit.
Yeah.
Right? One quick motion. So, similarly, same thing, right? When we're here, when we get our opponent, hey, when we're in honest guard and our opponent's like, oh shit, I'm gonna get stabbed, how am I gonna figure this out, right? What I like to do, personally, is if they ever feel like they don't want to commit for my body, whenever I do something like this, one option that I have is normally their hand stays really high. This hand here doesn't necessarily have to stab. A nice option I like is underarm, right? It's a nice little low quadrant shot that gets people to have to force their arms down, right? If I hit people enough with this, what do they start doing? Start bringing their hands down,
Yeah.
right? All of a sudden their hands are low. These upper quadrant arm shots start working out really well, right? So we're using our shots and our guards to force people into positions that we want them in, okay? Now, let's break off. We're just gonna do mini cards, or pods, basically. So we'll do a little bit of sparring with each instructor, and we're just gonna rotate. If you have any questions and applications, feel free to ask. I'm gonna set.
Yeah, we got till 3, so we got 45 minutes.
45 minutes, beautiful. So we're gonna do 15 minutes of time. Do whatever you want to do for 15 minutes, and then we're just gonna rotate from there. How's that feel?
Sounds good.
Awesome. Unmute my phone. Thank you.
Black ground.
Well, over here is less pine cone and sticky.
That was a good change in motion
Yeah.
to it.
How do you feel about that?
You did the
I'm seeing the vision. I'm seeing the vision. I'm like, okay, this reminds me of some stuff I was trying to put together back a while ago.
It's a little bit more.
body that way.
If you're gonna be very like if you think about it,
You should find it out.
I saw you reset that. I was like, good. Exactly.
You should find it. It's just turn.
Yeah.
No.
No, absolutely.
Here,
Step back,
you're over.
fucking reset, step
Yeah.
out.
here, you go to the next one.
Yeah.
You
So,
go to the
so it's awesome.
Yeah.
If you're doing something like that, right? You try my back body. Right? Yeah. Yeah.
That was.
Can I hit you? Or-
I think you
oh.
could have. I think you could have. I felt a little bit of contact, but like I think if you put just a little bit more forward, like you had that, but it was.
I mean, the other thing I talked about is, oh, yeah, just over the work for
Yeah.
my goals and
Yeah,
other.
no worries. So
Yeah,
of course, we have enough instructors experience. So what we did
Questions
is
as we
split
go.
up.
Thus far.
Kind of went through, we talked about
Kind of
guards,
halfway
shots,
swap.
kind of like sparring for
One kind of leads to the other.
under the lead instructor. I showed up so we put in the work.
Just feeling what feels pressure.
And then
You start off here.
me,
Okay.
like,
I'm mainly feeling. I figured you got up to shoulder.
Like over to like fire something.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So like they
They
have
know,
to,
they
they
know
have to
when
respect the other side. That's exactly
then
what
you
it is.
should-
I waited for you to throw something. I'm like, okay.
Then he's back to work.
Oh, hey. Now I'm in the other guard.
The backhand
That
is
was
a huge part of my game.
Yeah, I would
Like,
like
because
Just,
it's a way that you can
seeing,
have
like,
a threat
whatever your first shot is.
on the outside while still
Like,
maintaining
you think
control
too
on
hard
the
about
inside.
one of those.
You know what I mean? Like oftentimes an outside flat wrap leaves you hyper exposed on the inside, but understanding a little bit of position and then having that backhand means I still have that outside threat. If you didn't respect it, you're getting hit, and I still defend the inside. Hi, how's it going, Art?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. Are you in this area now?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I live in Virginia.
Did you sign up for the class?
I did. I just
Oh.
just got here. Sorry.
Okay, no worries.
Work emergency.
No, all good.
Hey, buddy.
Can
Hey, how you doing?
Doing all right?
rotate
Yeah, of course.
between y'all three, you guys,
Yeah.
and Dax?
Yeah, that's right.
I was going to say Dax, but Dax.
Yeah, Dax with an A.
Yeah. We'll do a little triangle between us
Yeah.
three.
Sounds
while
good.
he's giving them the lowdown.
Yeah, perfect. Awesome. So
All right.
let's, I guess I'll give you the whole rundown. So,
Yeah.
start.
Oh, yeah.
And then I'll just take the next person.
Done all the rope stuff, right? A little bit. Okay, so basically I'm going to fast forward, insert rope series here, right? I introduce, so there's rope 1, rope 2, you're familiar with these two guards, right? I introduce this guard. This isn't very traditional, it's goofy, right? Lead hand is a bait, backhand is a nice
I was asking for it.
center slash outside.
Go ahead.
And then lastly, honest. Try this honest guard. Yeah, this is really effective against people who get too aggressive. The juice at the end of this course is low guard. All these positions intertwine with each other. So during a fight, you can be very dynamic and use one guard into another guard to bait and then instantly deny. So here's a great example. So if I'm here doing row 1, right, cool, we're fighting this arm, all of a sudden you throw my back body with that hand, what am I in?
You're in row 2. Yeah. Oh, you can
Oh, okay.
It's goofy.
Oh, goofy.
Goofy, right? I didn't lead switch.
Okay.
So we're in goofy, right? But it's as simple as doing this and all of a sudden I'm in goofy. Doing this, I'm in honest. Doing this, I'm in row 2.
Okay.
Right? So all these kind of flow with each other. Right?
Okay. I feel you.
But it's a little bit more complex, but it's a fun play to work with. That?
I'll work now.
Oh, cool. Then I guess let's go.
Yeah, no, that was
to-
shield. That ooh was because it was pretty. No, yeah, you're good.
to openers.
Okay, let's do that again. You just look. That was my shot would have not been there. You know, slide down to my level. Yeah, it felt like it was just your guard being
Yeah. So if we're in rogue 1,
I don't feel good when it's like I feel like my
you're
guard
gonna stay in
stopped
rogue 1
that.
for this until I say the rogue. A nice opener, this horizontal chop. Right? It gets people throwing outside. Easier to turn here, easier to turn here. Fighting against a boardman.
So essentially what
Do you know
I
the
did
benefits of the cards?
made this one irrelevant until you're like, oh wait, I should have been using it.
Okay.
There.
So I really like
but
this against single
would've been,
sworders. So if you decide to go single
Rogue
sword
One
and
would
then
have
you
been
get
really good right there.
wounded and you're down with single sword, this is really
Basically, I
good
fired
because
that.
basically I have a mini buff
That
for
would have been
covering my
open
flank.
stuff, so I fired there.
Where two gets to sort of fight, I feel like it's really good against boardmen. Right? I now have a valid threat with both swords because they're in front of you, and I have something that can tag that shoulder without overextending too much. This is really good against aggressive, Florentines or whatever. I'm like, most people don't want to get stabbed, especially if you point it roughly at the groin area, right? Like, this is a good way to be like, oh, no, you don't want it. You don't want it, right? Or it gets them so concerned about this that they forget about this. Right? But ideally, even though this is here, either my goal, if you stay in like a road guard, yep, awesome. So if I'm here, how do you think that you're going to react to like, acknowledge this? Right, which then means what? Free shot here, right? I personally would probably backhand so that I have something blocking that, right? If you end up deciding to cross on me here, cross like on the shoulder. Okay, I have a block. Yeah, this is nice. If you end up thinking this is really also a bait, right? At the end of the day, if you throw outside, not only do I have this, but yeah. So you did what you did. So you blocked off the lane, but at the end of the day, I didn't care about this. Right? You open up your lane. You thought about the cheese and at the end and not about the crap underneath it. So, Goofy, I feel like is a nice transitionary guard between the two. It can be used on its own if you want to. It's very unorthodox and gets people not thinking about the logistics of it. I also find it as a nice way to block dark sides. So if you're lined up with me, I'm boardman. Okay, so yeah, whether let's go rogue one. So if we're here, I'm a boardman, boom, boom, right? You feel confident about this fight, but sometimes people die to like dark sides. So if I go like this, yeah, you're like, oh shit, right? So
Remember, you always start
could have gone to Goofy. Yeah, so notice you went from having a horizontal guard with this one to having a vertical, right? Yeah, so get back to rogue one.
Nice.
Yep. So Goofy, remember, is this, right? So yeah, for sure you're going to sink your hand down to block it. You don't have to necessarily change your stance. So, if I'm a boardman,
You expected to
Right
hit,
here.
you're there to block.
yeah,
Move it
all of
that
a sudden
much.
it's a really easy blocking return. Right? You have a free option, you can go hips or whatever. So you're potentially, if this ended up being a fake, I'm going to stab or whatever, you can still block it if you want to. Openers, cool. Openers and rogue one. I feel like this is really effective, right? We already discussed that. Rogue two, this is really effective, right? It's really crossing the point in this situation.
Oh, nice. Good luck.
Honest guard, a nice opener that I like. If you're in rogue one, just for example. So, throwing this inside like one shot. So, is this how you normally stand in your guard? Okay. I would say that your lead hand is a little too inside. Do you bait your lead hand? So that's probably fine. But assuming you weren't baiting it, I just want to make sure. So, yeah. So, ideally, maybe I'm actually discussed earlier on in the class the importance of standing off center at any given point in time. So if I'm here and I stand with a pinch out here as I'm starting to move, right? We're fighting, whatever.
Yeah,
Here I'm a little off
sorry, I
center.
got your groin.
Now
I
I
got
got
it. Sorry.
It's oftentimes the difference between right? So if I'm here, we're in guard, just get that nice outside block. Don't move. So if I'm here, right now we're center line. So if I take this step, that's where you have to be the blocker. Right? So I think this is a fairly standard step. I'm not reaching, I'm not overextending. You gotta block it. So right there, don't move. So assuming instead I start the fight a pinch off center, okay? Not a lot, but now I take the same exact step. right? So now what happens? Where do you have to be to block it? Yeah, and look at you now. You have to go from here, where you were in a good solid stance, to now overextending your arms and widening up your stance and revealing everything. Right? Similarly, if I wanted something inside, rope one. Yeah, so if I wanted something inside, my goal is to have a little bit of favor on the inside. Right? So honest guard, ideally you have a slight inside favor, something like this. Really nice shot. You still have this high block covered. Right? And if they decide to go low, not only do you have this, you have this. You're baiting them into falling into your trap.
I haven't seen this one before.
Yeah, I mean it's right, but notice it's not too far.
Yeah.
Right, they're siblings. Lastly, Goofy. What I like about Goofy, you can stay in row one. So for Goofy, something that I like is this kind of backhand shot. Remember, if we're going to do it, slight favor on the outside zone, right? So I have a nice shot here. While I'm here, if you want to go low,
Like they're getting hip a lot. Like they're like throwing
I have that shot.
Make you think
Really
it's gonna be there. So I'm gonna throw it. Yeah, no.
That or if I'm here, you end up over exaggerating.
Want to be very cautious.
Any questions so far?
I
feel like why them?
honest guard because this
Yeah, a
is
little backup
apparently
for you.
not defending a whole lot.
Well, so
Um,
we had done a little bit of practice
they
as
get a
well.
step on you.
We could feel free to jump in and
need to be
do some spars. I have
very
some timers.
ready to transition.
2.7.
Well, honestly,
So,
honestly, best
so not doing so.
it's
Oh,
oh, it's
but let's get some fight plan. Actually,
Better with using one stick than you are with all of your equipment.
fight thing and focus on whatever your guards feel like that
Are you
Oh, yeah. Especially the new ones, right? Goofy and the new ones start. Feel free to test it out, check out your openings, and see what see while you're doing it what it makes me do.
Basically, if I do any sort of rep, I know I'm going to get closer to the so that doesn't feel telling issue.
Well, you need to know how to let the strong guard control this correctly before you can even start practicing, right? So it may not be a foul issue.
now
Let's look at
and
mechanics
if
and
he
make sure that
does what he's supposed to do, right, goes down below. I'm supposed to catch it, but and then I'm back into. And now I'm actually a really good guard. Oh yeah, if I'm just doing like single action. That's why I was like, hey, they fired the shot. The next shot.
The only adjustment
down
I
here.
made to
Your guard is
the
up
guard,
here. You catch it. Now you
I'd
have
say
to inside.
your rear stab
It's
is a
the
little bit too
theory of
outside.
like, hey,
100%.
Yeah, so like, for example, if I was in guard, if I do something like this, you don't feel as threatened, right? If I'm here, you're like, oh, fuck. Right, you're like, I want to clear that. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, for sure. So if you're going to get in that guard now, a little bit more. Yeah, right there. Right? So now, like,
still in the middle, waiting for
I can't
whichever
really hit
side
that
they're
hit,
gonna go.
right, with an easy
Boom,
block.
hit.
Outside, even if I chose to go for torso for some reason, even though this is in the way,
Theory crafting
easy block, like all these are both accessible. You're really just denying and sweeping everything down here.
Sorry for that.
But yeah, I'd say that needs to be upsetting there. Yeah, 100%. Basically, yeah, I'd say with my belly button, kind of. My belly button, if it's your belly button, if there's a straight line from there, just trace it all the way over. Yeah, for sure. You can tilt this one out. So cock your elbow more. And yeah, for sure. So because this is range controlling for you, like this isn't really the bait.
Do you want to hop in with this guy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, right there. 100%. Right. If I do this. Yeah, for sure. Right? If I do something like this, now where'd I open up? Yeah, yeah, for sure. No, for sure. I mean, but yeah, you have the right idea, right? If I'm closing in and I have to defend here, yeah, exactly.
Oh, is that our?
I think that might be the time.
Perfect. Rotate.
Yeah, anytime.
What does rotates look
Oh, yeah,
like?
sick. Swap instructors.
Super.
Oh, nice. Okay. I thought it was 15 minutes and we're done.
Yeah.
No, 15 minutes with each person.
And then we're going to
Yeah, good to see you. Good to see that you're here.
Yeah.
rundown of the class. He played in Houston, hung out with us.
He came up or they came up and started asking. I was like, you know where to teach. Go find him.
Oh, sorry, that's fine. Yeah. Well, there's 4 of us now.
Yeah. I spent a good amount of that 15 years school. I had to visit once in
A lot of stuff.
Yeah. Well,
Nice stab, nice stab. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, it should feel fluid and not static.
open people's minds.
I'm seeing why this is crossed over more
Yeah.
with
For sure. I mean, if it's not there, you just end up getting hit.
Yeah, playing around with it, I'm starting to see more about why it's done like it is like it is.
Yeah.
All right, where do we wanna
You want
do?
here, you want under?
I will take either. Either of you are excellent.
There's another 15-minute slot, so you get the other person in there.
Yeah. Cool.
Maybe, yeah.
It's like, they're here for you, but I don't know whose water this is.
All right, where do we want to set up?
Completely up to you. You got the camera? Nice. Ground kind of sucks all over.
I guess we'll try out here.
I'm doing nothing phone over here, so I'm going to pick it up so you can step on it.
Yep.
For a little bit, if any thoughts on definitely like positioning and
You see how you caught that just by switching?
Yeah.
safe setups, I guess.
Yeah. That looks great. That looks fantastic.
Switch stab.
Yeah, caught the block on the shoulder. I'm like, wait a minute.
Thinking about
Yeah. Originally, it's gonna feel a little foreign, right? Obviously, knowing that you're not stuck to one thing is important, but I want
I thought it was synced in my pocket, but it's not very
yeah. It's not a rigid structured thing, right?
yeah, we could definitely talk about
Obviously,
timing.
one thing you're not to do, and you stay alive, and you do it until people stop having fun.
Yeah. Yeah.
For me, I'm like, I
Like
want
that's
you to
exactly
do
it.
right?
That's,
So many
that's
different
still your
things.
range. And like I guess I can probably take you, but you're not quite in line.
I had a proud dad moment. I gotta call that out.
I think that's outside of it. But
If I really want to, but I feel like that's
yeah, fair enough.
maybe.
Put your sword right here. You can do that right where you're at. You pull a little bit.
Because we look really rigid, so I can take it. So
Yeah.
I have to be in the stand.
I just want to jump in. So you had a great opportunity. Y'all were both switch stance, and you were right. However, rather than being here, I want to line up like this. Right? So if you notice, positionally, you have a lot of influence over here. What happens if you switch your feet in your stance? Yeah, right? So now, so you're there. All my gear is over here. So what you want is you want to have a vertical bar here as you throw that shot. Right? So no matter what I do, I'm just dead. Does that make sense? Or actually, no.
Good. How long did it take?
I might have gotten wrist on this block. I'm not sure.
I can imagine. It's really not where I was trying to hit. Could we came down here before he did.
Now I'm like
Oh, sorry.
thinking.
Yeah, I'm not gonna take the arm.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a lot to
Sorry
think
about that.
That's okay.
What I would say is that
I was trying to step out because I'm like, that arm did not work. I am able to step out.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I'm not upset about that. You're good. I just wanted to let you know it did.
Yep, good.
I just thought it was good.
Again, I think you're taking wrist now.
You're good.
oh, thought it was his hand too. Any questions so far?
The dead sword.
Oh, that's sort of. I didn't even realize that was dead.
Yeah. Was it? Pretty sure it was.
No, I think I was like.
Pretty sure it was.
I am that correct. It's like that was moving.
Yeah, I usually don't hurt my sword after.
Perfect. Good. Little piece. So, while we're here, the nice thing about these openers is that it gets our opponents open. We can start anticipating what the fight's going to be. Right? We're just going like this. Yeah. For the most part, they're definitely going to go low. There's nowhere they're going to reach across my sword. Yeah. There's nowhere you're going to throw high. Or if they do, right, I get a free block. Yeah. Okay? So now, I want you to think of these shots as a new position. So if I'm going to do a beginning guard, if I throw an opener, something like this, right, and you just block it, a lot of what y'all are doing is here, there's so much to think about. You've already done the effort to get to here. Yeah, especially, you don't have to worry about
We're a little awkward.
Did you get stabbed though?
No.
Okay.
So feel free to, right?
Yeah.
Rather than
Do
doing
that.
this, to then have to travel
Break
all that
point.
distance
That's
again,
coming.
feel free to drop it.
Halt.
Good. And then that's with the backhand, right?
Did you get
You're in a
stabbed?
guard.
Was perfect.
Let's say, let's say
Oh,
do
you
something like
power
this,
through
where
it.
I throw my shot with my backhand and have all these cool blocks. Yeah, if you didn't react to it,
I just got
go ahead and don't look for the guard. Yeah, so if I get here, and let's say all I hit was your hand, right?
Yeah.
You're like, okay,
So
well that didn't hit, so I'm not worried.
this?
Hey, buddy.
Oh, Dax, you're here!
That's on camera now.
To bring you the hood that I need to fix for her.
Oh. Gee, fix a hood for
yeah,
this.
Yeah, I made a hood for her like master hood. She was like, hey, I love your style. Yeah. I was like, sweet. And then I made it too small for her head.
Oh, I do remember that.
So now I need to fix it. Because of how
Yeah.
Go back.
I just made it. Good to see you again, bud. Nice to see you too. We are going to go off to the side and try and cover as much material as we can. All right, learn me up. Thank you. Sorry for being late. All right. So, let's see. How much do you like me? How much?
I am not familiar with Peter the Quick's content at all. I have met Peter the Quick one time in my life, and that was like,
What's your concept of quantity?
well, generally speaking, I am focused on doing most of my stabs with my left arm, and I use baits for I do my outside shot for high cross. I like to focus
I was in Las Vegas a couple
on
weeks ago,
maintaining distance
and they don't
until you're
believe in
able to
oxygen.
close in.
So I'm trying to like fight with these people.
It's up there, and also there's no humidity.
Off to the side, coming around the side.
Like,
I've been back there since 2014.
since when?
Or not 2014, 2024.
Yeah, the
Like numbers.
So, you familiar with how
it's rough.
So, you're,
Like I'm a swamp creature.
vertical line
Like,
here,
You got
block the
the-
side.
You got two
We
walls.
definitely ran the shower in the hotel room once just to get the humidity up.
Yeah.
From house guard, what do you want to do?
I generally move across it.
Yeah, you go
So,
from one side of the house to
thoughts
the other.
so far?
So, if I'm throwing here, one side of the house to the other, or with the other hand,
Yeah.
one side of the house to the other, block the other.
I don't
I'm probably gonna grab
Very,
water.
very good.
good idea.
Asking for me to get this done. Did you miss foundations?
I missed foundations because
Okay.
I just got here like 10 minutes ago.
All right, we'll make this work the best. So,
I feel like the shots I was
we have
looking
four
for
guards that we're going to establish.
were not
Okay.
torso shots,
So, guard number
except
one, we have our lead
in a
sword,
couple
and
specific
our opponent,
situations
our
where I
goals
felt like I
have
could
a
tie
vertical
your
guard,
weapons
right?
to
So
one
house,
side,
we
to
want
one of the outside
deny
ones.
the outside, whatever the lead sword is. On the
Um,
we want our backhand to cover
and
the forearm to make sure that
I tried to create opportunities to do that, and you weren't responding to that, but it happened organically. So I'm curious the thought process on your end, because at one point you were here with both, and I have both my swords, and I'm like, all right,
guard yourself from stuff.
like,
If I throw here, yeah, you don't have to worry
Why
about
are we
doing that
here?
because you have this in the way. I just realized that. Yeah, so for sure. So
I thought that was kind of interesting.
called rogue one.
But things that I think worked out for me,
If I throw
even
outside,
though I think it created a more difficult fight, because you're not a static fighter. Oh no, I'm so sorry. And
nice open.
What I was trying to do, because fighting the arms, yeah, but I don't
an opening
fight the
shot that
arms.
doesn't
I fight
necessarily tend to anything
here,
to kill
like this
anybody,
6 inches.
Interesting. Okay.
to throw back.
And if I can get,
So these guard,
so it's kind of weird, right?
horizontal chop.
But like,
Um,
let's,
So if I'm here,
It
with
is.
that
It might be a
exactly.
useful
So it's
perspective.
shot.
It's something I feel like I should try. That might.
Yeah, your arm. So then I go where?
That might work out better for me.
yeah, yeah, let's talk about it, right? So if we're fighting,
Yeah. Now,
right?
for sure
Like,
drop that.
just get in your guard. I'm just gonna put my sword on your body.
Okay, that makes sense.
So
Now, why you can do either one.
Here?
When
and I haven't even like
you're good at, you're still maintaining.
done
the
anything
proper
to really
range,
like lean into it, right? So just kind of me putting my sword on your body in a range that works for us both gets me right above your wrist, and all this right here with this is functionally no
However,
different
under range,
as far as
why
effort
did this?
goes.
Yeah. If you throw,
So
if you throw
why
this
would
in
I
before, you just
fuck
you
around
risk
here?
Losing, trading an
This
arm
close?
for loss, right?
When this is the same
Instead,
value,
this hand needs to stay there to have that outside
and if
mount.
I take your arm, then your
Yeah,
torso
extremely
becomes a lot
effective
more
against
open.
sword borders in that regard.
The only real times I was trying for a
I'm likely
torso
going to try and hit over here again.
is if I get lucky with a stab,
Okay.
or if I were fighting and we're this close and I managed to open up something, like chop right here.
Yeah. But I think I am biased towards doing a little more course work because most of my practice is like
Still horizontal. Yep.
Gotcha.
This is also really good with this.
Yeah, copper board is
This
not going to
hand
do
will
that.
fight. So now rather than
We're going to juke them out of that position with the board.
sometimes you get to make
also
but
just
like
as well if you use that
usually it's after
sword arm
pressuring the torso.
and get
Yeah.
closer to overthinking when you're stepping in.
With
Right.
the board, I don't fight the person so much as I
So if I'm here,
fight the
right,
board. Because like fucking with the board, you start fucking with their main piece of defense, they're gonna get really worried about it and they'll keep breaking.
that's exactly
Like,
something
but they'll start moving it, right? And they'll start getting desperate because you're putting a lot of pressure on that, or maybe the edges where their shit's hiding.
I usually use positioning to really threaten.
Yeah, we're hit.
I'm looking for a particular angles on that board, and they're going to back up and try and
Throw
like,
and block.
not give me stuff.
Yeah.
A lot of very active processing to realize that here, that board angle, even though I'm stepping here, that board angle over there came forward. There's no way I'm getting what I'm pressing forward here. But
Here with this.
yeah.
Yeah.
And also, let's not get blasted by.
And the same stance for my lead foot.
Because rarely their return is considered, it's usually a kill. For sure.
Now backhand is
So, yeah, I guess with Florentine's in a sword type situation, I'm interested in the forearms. Because most people won't block deep enough or appropriately enough to defend on that. You have very good blocks. You were really not the example I'm trying to.
Oh, okay.
No. You're super fine. I'm just saying, like, you're not the problem here. You're fine. So if we're fighting, I'm going to throw a lot of bullshit at your hand.
Firing up here, you did exactly what you need to do now.
And if I get lucky with a shot, that's great. But I'm making it with your hand while we're having this conversation. Yeah. And if I wanted to stab you, you just gave me that opening here, right? Because I'm fucking around with this, right? Maybe throwing a shot here, right? But that's just me. You should stab early, stab often.
That is I got earlier.
Stab early, stab often. Is that my husband?
Not that exact pull actually. I should try static more.
Yeah, you should.
if you're in
That
this
is
guard,
the one thing.
if you want a dark side.
But yeah, so pulling your hands
Yeah, you don't have to do that.
out of
Oh,
position,
alright.
right? And if I can sit here and do this, and if you like, oh, she's putting all her shit over here,
So when I
right?
transition-
I can block in return, right? I know I'm moving
let's
so that we can have a
imagine-
conversation about that, right? So you throw a shot.
I'm thinking, stop! Pull it back! Trust yourself!
We're
So that's really the fight thing.
so full guard,
That's in the space.
guard position.
So being aggressive in that area, that's a very thought process. And I come out here.
Yeah, but from here to here.
Everything's open, bud. Everything's open. What are you gonna hit?
So it's a lot of throwing,
actually,
throwing
so if
successive
I'm right
safe
before it,
shots to
right
the
here is
the
Yeah. And I can't even say it's like a specific quadrant and it's not a specific half.
kind of
because
in
I'm not
Rogue
really
One,
going
just
for the torso.
off foot.
I should get right.
You
You
can
really
do
have to
something
open
like
the
this.
fuck up for me
Throw
to
a
like
shot.
take a shot.
Maybe I
Right.
switch stance. Step back.
So you really have to fuck up both sides. But
Okay.
Yeah.
That one
for
I like to
sure.
call honest guard. All right, we're good to swap.
So you've got like just stand your guard.
I'm gonna stay.
Put your sword straight out real quick.
So, honest guard.
And that's
So,
before you like
what honest guard is gonna be?
take a little step or your hand a little bit.
Oh, okay. Pointed roughly at your belly button. Lead hand is going to be hovering roughly in
So
front of
that's
it,
your range.
cocking elbow a little bit. Rolls to defend. All this in this corner. And bait someone to throw outside. So if you're going to be there, you're going left hand, right? Yep. If I'm going Florentine, right? I'm like, oh man, like I really don't want to close, and he's just going to snap the shit out of me. If I do something like this, what is that? Yeah, just chop at my arm, right?
Interesting. Yeah, you're gonna
Maybe think,
The
okay, well that
thing
arm's free, I'm
is,
gonna try and keep it
what you're saying is,
so yeah,
there's some
or if
Yeah.
so maybe I was in
Yeah.
World War II
the other
and
thing
that arm
is
is
I
available. I can do this. What do you do? Just snap it. Right. So I have to be way more cautious about
You can definitely get more just your face, whatever. But even bending your heel a little
now
bit.
that still fits into the role for sure.
Yeah. So why play that close? Play here. So when he says fight the arms, yeah, love to. It would be our SKBC tradition, but
Yep.
Well, it's just I'm not used to rotating, setting up a
what
roll.
are you doing?
That's not something I usually focus on.
I think we could just.
I usually focus on
working
just
on
a basic A-frame or sideways A-frame, and I work from there.
I find A-frames are most effective in close range.
Although I used to very frequently fight in this stance, which
So,
is yeah.
I'm working on
It works great. If you're gonna
letting
fight
that
Goofy, a nice little
trusting
opener.
myself.
Yep.
So,
Yes,
rotating.
We are 100% getting
and then if I'm not doing it properly,
That's fine. That's fine.
So,
I'm listening because
correct
you've
me,
got to say
anything
something
like that,
interesting.
give me any
Go
points.
ahead.
so cool. We were in
So
honest guard. So you can stay. Actually, let me borrow you for a sec.
Yeah, yeah.
So you can see.
What do you want to be
Get in Rogue One.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
So Rogue One. So if I was in honest, right? So this is just an inverse right now.
Yeah.
An option that I have available to me. Like, so put a pin in that for a second. Our goal for the most part is to always be
Think through where I can.
guarding our engagement.
And then the parts also good. So swap. I don't know what.
So if I'm gonna try and hit something on the outside, my foot, right? Notice currently in center line. On my foot
no place
wants to be outside of center line in
like
space.
just sparring with a.
You can figure it out. I'm not incompetent when it comes to it.
Marginally important, but it's actually extremely important.
Okay.
So if I'm here and if I'm on center line, don't move your guard. So right now I'm gonna take just a normal step. Step out. Did I hit? Don't move your guard.
Oh, sorry.
Right? So right here, I threw a shot. Did I hit you? Yes. Okay. Shift so that I barely don't hit you. All right, cool. Don't move. Right there. Right. So stay there. Don't react anymore. So now that was when I started on center line. Now I'm starting a pinch off center. Right.
Okay.
Might not seem like a lot.
Well,
And I take the same exact step. So now I can hit that arm. What does that full tendon have to do to block it?
He has to shift his guard offline.
Yes. He has to go even wider, square his shoulders to me, and now all of this is an option, right? He has so much to think about blocking line.
Yeah,
And all I did was give myself a pinch.
what I actually want to do is this.
It was, well, kind of. I wouldn't even pivot. I would retreat. So,
Okay.
footwork-wise, if you want to, there's a whole footwork class later. But spoiler alert, if what you want to do is if you want to set,
Okay. Let's do again.
reset the fight in a way. If I go forward and towards the right, you want to do the opposite motion. You want to go back and towards the left. So if I do this, you go there, and all of a sudden nothing happens.
Yeah.
Right? However, if I was anticipating you not moving and committed an action, well, shit, I overextended. And
You two
now,
are both doing the same
right.
thing after you throw your first shot. You stay open and don't turn it off.
100%.
Okay, that's good to know.
Exactly. Now, cool. So you're in Rogue One.
I had
So
a
similar
conversation,
thing. So that was for the outside. Same thing for the inside, right? If I want an
similar,
inside
but
shot,
not
which is what I was
dissimilar
getting
to
to, which is why
when you throw
I
some
needed to bring
shots,
that up.
you're
Yeah,
not
it's cool. Right
resetting
here,
back to
we're in
bars.
center line. Yeah,
get
potentially I can
doubled up.
maybe hit this form. But what's
And
nice is
not
that if I go a little bit inside,
the
now I
same
can
thing. So
definitely
if
hit that form. And this is the opener that we want to do in this combination, right? If I do something like this, I have a really good
If you
block.
had a
Up
couple of
high.
exchanges,
My opponent, for the most part,
and
doesn't want
you're
to go
just
cross
like,
body
oh,
because
fuck,
it's so
I'm doing
far
this,
away.
you
And
can
if
just
they
take a step back
do
and fight
decide to
it.
do anything,
even if it's wrong.
if they go,
right?
if like
Better than
high,
no.
you're not going to throw
Better
high
than
because
no.
it's already blocked out.
Yeah.
You throw low,
So
Right? Cool, you do that.
Yours was coming too far back.
Or if they don't do a backhand here, you just do a normal
really good way
wrap.
to get
Right, so I do this. Oops. Yeah. There you go. You just do a normal.
You were out, your hands were out in space. Julie would say they're too low.
Right, just like we did before.
But they weren't goal posted, but they were out wide.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Boom, boom, boom.
Oh.
Where's this one?
What
Goofy is your lead hand is horizontal. Nope, you switch.
Three and
There you go.
Sure, I'm working.
Yeah. Yeah. Good. Okay. Keep them honest. Right? They're like, keep them. Why are you doing it? Just stab me. Yeah. Keep them honest. They're like, all right, well, shit. I don't want to get stabbed anymore. I'm just gonna fight back here again, and that's what you want to do. Yeah. Actually, come to think of it, like, oftentimes I'm sitting naturally in this stance.
Wasn't what I intended.
Usually I
It's
so
stabs
often
and
using the
then
honest
probably pop it up, sort of block off the stab.
And you can. I mean, so remember, we're flowing, right? So if I'm here, right? Let's say I do this stab. What are you feeling like? Is that what you're feeling like? With a sword here? Yeah. Like that's a pretty small window you're aiming for. Okay. Cool. So you do that. Right. I mean, you have to get pretty wild.
Yeah.
Right.
So I want them to move. In fact.
Yeah. You feel very uncomfortable. Right?
Yeah.
So this is the guard I'm choosing.
Yeah.
Right? Are you trying to troubleshoot it?
What do you want me to do?
Well, what you were mentioning, like the shots or like openings or whatever. But how are you combating this?
I was actually having trouble with that. Honestly, a lot of times I actually focus on trying to threaten this.
100%.
I'm just like,
That's what you're supposed to be doing.
I'm going to range out of that, then I'm getting even further away from that, and that's in a crappy guard, so it is going to, they're going to need to do something, even if that something is just back away.
The only addition I would make is controlling the tip. Right?
Yeah, you notice how this is kind of low?
Get into honest guard. Line up the line. Yep. Cool. So if I were going to combat this, let's say I'm in Rogue One, the way I'm going to combat this is by potentially starting underneath and controlling the tip, right? And as I'm closing, so obviously I'm kind of wanting to go at this 45 degrees. So as I'm closing, right, I'm maintaining control here. Right? That's, if I'm going to combat it, that's how I'm going to, right? That or maybe this like, in fencing, it's like a tube. Right? If someone's striking at a leg, you're supposed to like parry or deny like this. And so the reason why is because now I still have that outside and high block. But the reason why is because someone might be able to just pull it back for a snap. Because I'm closing in and doing it, I still have control. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Yes. Sorry.
So you're in honest, right? Okay, so boom. Okay.
And now I no longer have this arm, and I'm like, oh, okay.
At this point, personally,
I'm very sad.
I would transfer from going here to making this work. Right? Because now I don't know where
like, no, you're perfect, you're perfect.
Right? Whether or not I threw the shot.
And there's probably a good chance that just about anyone's going to go, oh, fuck, can't try and do that.
Right. 100%. Right? Or at some point, right? So you do if potentially I clear the tip, someone might still try to produce a shot towards my head.
Yeah.
Right? So rather than do a stab, instead they're just going to be like, all right, well, can I force something? Right? So do the same thing.
Do they try it?
Why are you not?
Yeah.
Right? And I have both swords on that side of the body and swords on the other side. This is covering that. And I have a free okay. And I'm using lateral and dynamic movement to help me my offense and defense. Now, the last thing I mentioned was something that I think will help you out a lot specifically is when you throw an opener, you shouldn't be concrete in thinking what you should be expecting.
That was exactly
right? So, for example, I'm in honor, right? Yeah. Let's say I throw my opener, right? But I didn't get what I wanted. They didn't do anything. Yeah. Okay, well, them doing nothing should help you, right?
So that means that's not the thing that you want to open.
I don't know why.
So I have a plan if they do nothing?
Yeah, well, that's my point, right? So cool, I do this. What happens?
Try something else.
Well, not only try something else, but my gears are, I'm already extended, right? Like, I did all the work to get myself here, right? So here's a great example. Let's say I'm in
Yeah,
grub
you're
one,
blocking down with this.
and I open with, you know, I'm a little off center.
You don't need a fancy guard for that.
I take my half step out, I throw my backhand, right? So just
I
keep
guess.
it neutral right now.
Oh.
Right? So I throw my backhand,
that
right?
is block.
Let's say all they did was block. They're like, oh, well, I don't see anything, so I didn't throw. Okay.
Yeah, and that's
Right?
it. You
Rather
cleared
than
it
have
club.
to chamber, because I didn't get the exact reaction I wanted because I wanted them to throw somewhere specific. Yeah. Well, I'm already here.
Yeah.
Throw another shot. Follow up. Only a little bit further to step.
That was very good. I've been using
You're
that
already
specific
cleared.
line recently.
Yeah. And we've already got this arm up, so you block. Yeah, exactly. As long as you keep one sword acknowledging the other hand, you're good to go. Keep it good. Okay.
Ender's perspective.
I feel like it's.
Then you're like,
I feel like it's essential. Where do you want me to rotate to here?
Yeah.
There's 3 people over there, but I don't want to. No worries. Screw up there. Feel free to jump in with them. Hey Ty.
Yeah.
Do you mind if I join you
Of course.
for this next section? Do you mind? Yeah. I haven't gotten a second with Ty yet.
Yeah.
Yep. All right. Right.
I'm sorry.
Sorry. Who's Ty?
It's okay, we're from the same kingdom. So, my default is actually Rogue 2.
But
I've been
feel free to just
trying to mix in a little bit more
Kind of do each one. If
Rogue
you're doing
1,
something feels off or figure out a question during it.
and now I have more options that I'm
Never sweet.
going to play with.
I
feel
am
free. My goal out of this class is to
your energy.
give you perspective and make you feel interested in something for you. Thinking of Florentine as a photo. There's so many things you can do. You have all the options in the world, right? You already know the math. Learn about the photo.
Still math, but more efficient math. Good. Yeah.
Pinch on the shoulder. It was mainly arm.
I panicked and didn't really get out of that well. Nice. That was a good response.
You got so.
I like the underarm response. I'm actually like processing that and being like,
So
all right.
here's a not specific.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right. Let's
Sorry.
talk about like winners losers. So then, I mean, like,
Yeah.
so the thing about the underarm shot is it's technically a flat wrap coming from underneath. So just like so if I were to wrap it around, if I were to wrap it around, right, this is the top. If my hand is aligned with your hand, I can't hit you. Right? So my hand needs to exist just outside, right, in space, and that lets me flat wrap it. Same thing here, right? Right here I'm in line with your hand, so that's your hand. Inside, now I can flat wrap you. Similarly down here, right, my hand aligns with your hand, this doesn't hit, my hand is just below.
Yep.
Similar concepts to flat wrap. Now, the shot works best when you're perpendicular towards your opponent. Sword and shield, better than swap. Okay, sword and shield. What's nice is that most people keep their arm already parallel to the floor, so this shot is inaccessible. When I'm throwing it, when I do it, take a step this way. The reason why is because I want to be perpendicular. So even right now you're
I was
exaggerated.
flipping. I don't know if
Feel free to make it a little bit more parallel. Yeah. Let's say you're right here, right?
Cool.
So this is your neutral guard even in sword and right? So cool. Well, it's really hard to make a good connection here. Well, if I take this step, now it guarantees that I'm perpendicular no matter what. It's extremely hard to miss
Something like that.
because I'm
Wherever
perpendicular.
it feels like you've got a good place
Now,
for this guy,
in that
the whole point
specific
is you're
instance,
just
what we did
out
was you wanted inside
And I
control.
want to believe it.
So you went
if you're
this
out here,
way.
I'm like, we're not fencing.
So you
What
basically
the heck are you
did
gonna do?
this for me,
So,
right?
want a
Yeah.
little bit
So
more,
I'm-
like,
I
something to
meta
brace it
gamed
on.
your footwork to help me land the
So
shot that I
would
wanted to
like
begin with,
high,
right? Which is
something
real
low
deep in the
that I know,
pool.
like, I step
Does
into
that make
it,
sense?
step
Right? You were in guard.
Yeah.
but
No,
it's
it's
also
here.
just up here.
So that
You did that.
The shot the shot underarm return, is that like is that thrown
Oh,
similar to
okay.
the Skywalker?
Okay,
It's
yeah.
100%. It's a Skywalker.
Okay.
Now the only thing is just considering the follow-up. So if you're in guard, so generally what I'm doing is I'm going here,
Yeah.
boom,
Yep. Yep.
And then my follow-up is here, step, here. Okay, I know this might seem weird.
So this transitions to a block.
This rolls over into a block, which then this comes in horizontal, like a backhand. Most of the time, either to the arm or to the torso. So the reason why is because oftentimes I land this, so then they're like, oh shit, now it's this arm's turn.
Yeah.
Throw this sort of in here. Right, so this is an easy shot, but just in case you want to go back. So it's kind of like a...
I guess your shots are
So it's kind
almost
of
like an amphibian.
yeah.
Yeah.
So it's a sort of scoop. It's a scoop it into the part here.
Oh shit, I got arms. Yeah, but do the same thing.
That's probably the weirdest part.
Here is
Yeah.
That's why the backhand. Because we have to make sure that we're always acknowledging center lane.
why is it why I want to do that?
Don't think, just do it. Start with this one, under the arm.
Oh, body. Good shot. Hello! Hey, Kurt.
See what I'm saying?
Yes. All right. Let me shuffle some
These
pieces.
backhands are really
Let
important.
me shuffle some pockets.
Right? What options do you feel like you have center lane when I do something like this? Like, I know this seems really unorthodox, but it's like...
I've seen some similar stuff.
Sure. But, yeah.
I need to, honestly, I need to start playing a pop the bait game.
Yeah. I'm with it. So,
So, I'm looking at here.
yeah, so, from the top, sorry, I'll react like a normal person.
I feel
I would
that.
just stop moving and I'm like, okay, go ahead. Sorry. No, you're fine.
Ah, damn it.
Structure. Structure. Right? This hand's only goal is to now block and maybe even send the pommel into your thigh.
I like dancing.
So from my perspective, if someone's gonna aim to hit me, if someone's going like for like a money shot, yeah, pommel to the thigh. This is here for my safety.
I'm just level changing now. Yeah.
Yeah, like in my opinion, a pommel is either there for my safety so I can block myself, or if like we're in a ditch, I'm not accidentally like making you lose your eye, right? So use it, right? If we're gonna block the hip, fucking bam, right?
That's why I would like the slightly larger one in this.
Sure.
Because
Yeah.
it pretty much forces my hand to be where it needs to be. Whereas this, I need to keep it a little bit higher.
I'm with you. So go ahead. So I'm here. You throw the underarm.
I'll try to squat it.
Yeah. How does that feel?
doing this at you.
Good.
At the moment, you're a little too rigid. I would want, like,
Yeah.
because this can be done at a further range. Right now, we're getting really close.
Is it helpful to
So-
know my observations in real combat, or do you want me to wait?
Yeah. Yeah. So this is that reverse wrap,
Yeah.
right? Reverse flat wrap. Just reverse flat wrap my torso. Don't even wrap, right? Just do the same mechanic.
Throw.
Nowhere in there!
Backhand,
Exposing myself foolishly.
Yeah. Oh yeah. The same exact thing, right? But now look at how defended you are in your center in comparison, right? Cool, you chop me, I'm dead. Did we simo? At least here you have a nod of not getting simoed,
No.
right?
No. What is your opinion instead of
Certain things you don't want people to hit you harder
what
on.
it?
Just saying.
100%. 100% that's not. Consider, so there's a notable difference. The difference is
Square it up.
bait,
Okay.
right? So getting guard. Cool. So if I do something like this, right? For sure I can hit it. This isn't as juicy,
Yeah.
right? This looks juicier, and this also kind of denies my hip, my side more, right? It doesn't. You're not convinced throwing a money.
Yeah.
All your
Well, because if I try and throw money out, I'm like,
with this hand, right?
I'm gonna interrupt.
If I do this, right? Because that's the goal, right? Getting guard. So right now, I do this, right? You're wounded. You're like, oh shit, I got a simo. How am I gonna simo? I have to think about, yeah, it's either gonna be this or over there. I have to think this is like a 75. This is a 20, 25, right? However, if I do this, different. Now it's like, okay, 100% chance you're gonna go over there. So now what can I do? Go ahead and get the boom.
right? 100%. I could just be aggressive about it and be like, okay, that's your only option. Close it off entirely. We don't have to stay at this long range.
Right.
Especially if I
So,
know I wounded you.
Here,
Or
our
I
hand,
might have.
touch your hand,
Right?
Right there. So throw, just put your sword on my arm.
Make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. And I'm gonna put my sword on your arm. Go ahead and sure I'm gonna match where your hand position is, and I'm gonna put my.
We're just fighting
Not really, right? It's not
So
right.
feel free to test the shot with the other hand too.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking.
Switch stance.
Right? My hand's
I
here.
want him to be like,
Get in guard.
See where my hand is yours? Yeah. So I'm gonna put my hand, and you're gonna find your favorite shot. Yeah, that's where your hand is. And it doesn't even need to be that drastic.
Right now, that was a reverse flat wrap to the inside forearm that you were trying. Your goal is to go underneath, hit the
I
arm.
thought it was just wind, but I was like, no, felt the contact on there. Oh, nice!
Right now you're going real wide.
Yep.
Your goal is to go real vertical.
Yeah.
Right? It's like I'm bowling. Right? So if I'm here,
Yeah, there's a lot more.
literally like I'm
theory to that.
I'm
That's
dragging
the
against the
basic
floor and
premise,
trying to hit the form.
And that's also like when you're coming down here to block these shots on your
that means
hips,
opening it.
when you're coming all the way back to block shots on your chest,
So
you're
I'm here.
working too hard. You're bringing
Right?
energy
Maybe
all
I'm
the way
in
back
like
here
you know
to come
honest,
out
so that way
shit.
I'm
You
kind
ain't gotta do all
of
that.
presenting something.
I
a little
deserve
bit
that.
more, or
On
I'm
your
kind of
hip.
prepped and cocked.
like you lick your lips.
Get in a guard.
Put the sword here.
I'm going for it. I'm gonna get it. Hopefully he's not addiction.
Basically, like I'm gonna come out here.
Right? Like if I just take this out of the fight,
Not even all that. Just get it
I'm
done.
here, boom. Like I'm doing a
Yeah.
like there's a clock that faces that way. I'm the minute hand.
Let me try again from a position that I
Here. My hands are even, right? All you have to do is move this guy
It's an
here.
inside. Sorry, better.
That's too hard. You clear the whole Subway sandwich with my sword in your body. And all that.
Oh, you know, I didn't think.
Yeah.
What?
Sorry,
Even
go ahead
that
and hold
right
it.
there.
I didn't think about the fact
Yeah,
that you're
you
using flat blades.
cleared me out.
So
right?
the angle has
So
to be
now
a
you
little
can
bit
put your
different.
sword on my body
No,
here.
what angle do you throw it at?
I guess it can still work depending on how you grip. Or do you hold your thumb on the flat?
So it's
What angle do I need to
coming
sort
all
of
the way
be
back
at?
to
I was
the
You want
like,
sort of,
pretend that's the
or you want your thumb on the flat for this to work. Okay, cool. So you're here.
Yeah, it's not going to save you. Yeah.
Grip
It's not
under.
going to save you from the slap shot.
Keep that grip. Keep that grip.
Does that make sense?
So, what,
Tighten your grip.
Do you have anything to add to that?
looking at your sword,
Top please.
You know what? I'm gonna execute it with a flat. See that?
This thing. And then that.
you let your wrist collapse a little bit, then
Yeah, you see where their hand was?
I guess it's maybe a minuscule amount.
Yeah. So
Like my grip isn't the tightest, to be honest.
disregard.
Like, because I want the range. If I keep a rigid wrist, this is real awkward. So I have to like shift it so it's a little bit more aligned with my arm. Yeah, that's the shot. It's right here.
Right here. Yeah.
Does that make sense?
I think I am troubleshooting what is going
Oh,
on.
God. Huh. That's it. There you go.
Yeah, that's better. You don't have to. No, you don't necessarily have to dip. You can still do this vertically.
So
It's a meme, but it's a well practiced meme.
Sorry. I realized. Yeah, the incline.
That's what I figured out. I'm like, I'm like,
Why is it so low?
yeah.
Yeah, the incline. There we go.
So I'm like, okay, I can work with the incline, but I need to do this.
No worries,
I don't know.
I didn't consider it. Good point.
I didn't until right at 10 there. I'm like, okay.
Gotcha. Yeah. So we're cool. We're here. Another hit the palm.
So,
Or one of you stab each other. I would say who stabs someone first.
Perpendicular. 100%. Then.
Yep.
Make contact. Roll. Yes. You don't have to go so wide.
Both of you started goal posting.
Yes. Especially with the lateral. Note, if I'm going to be here, throw outside. I can either choose to block. No, go ahead and dig.
No, I felt the
Don't step, but go ahead and throw it. Yeah.
Good fights.
Right?
I didn't feel
Do it again.
anything on mine.
One extra thing
Okay,
to point
that
out
just
is
connected.
that,
Do it again.
That denial guard.
You see what I'm saying? If either I go wide with my guard, or I go wide, or I change the angle drastically with my legs. I don't have to do both. Doing both means check out your perspective on what's happening here. If I go wide, I'm here. You have a little bit of an upping. If I go wide and I do this, I'm just really screwed. Oh, okay. Yeah, for sure. 100%. You're so structurally sound. Anything coming this way is just not going to connect. You know what I'm saying?
you know, I think that's why I felt like the draft is it's like cool covers
came
this.
back at all,
This is a very
chainsaw back into the arm,
ingrained
body,
sort of thing.
chainsaw real low.
Honestly, it happens a lot on this side.
Yeah.
This board.
Yeah, for sure. Actually, I guess that might be something we can cover.
Okay, because it's whack. It's whack.
How to fight
Like
board.
the geometry and
It was the
oh,
red
wacky
two
back,
stainless
but
spaces.
I mean,
Do you feel like
I think that they had that as its own separate class once, and I think that really did play
it's style versus style? Is what I'm thinking.
yeah, we'll get to that next.
Cool. Does this make sense?
Yeah, I'm starting to see it more. Like the thing is because it's a bait. Play, especially if I'm.
Well, if I'm here, right? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like
Okay.
I'm already because we're transitioning, right? So I go from here. Maybe I'm in Rogue One. Cool. I go to Goofy. Well, now that I'm in Goofy, and my lead hand's
Double step.
Like back.
At this point, what I want to do is
Tiny Yamazuki.
That's an option. That's an option for sure. Consider your openings though. What happens if that doesn't hit?
Oh yeah.
You know what
They're
I'm saying?
like
so I need to have
large jumps. Yeah.
What I would say is do the same thing.
Oh.
Make contact and just feel it out. Yeah. Where do you feel like you're open?
maybe a stab, maybe, but that's a lot of distance.
What I would say is okay, so right now you're here. I like the shot.
Yep.
It's a good shot. In fact, I normally prefer to do it countering someone's outside. So for example, let's say you just have a normal guard. Take this out of the way for a second. Right? So if you throw at my forearm, right? Right? Like I can do this and bat your sword away and hit you at the same time.
Yeah.
Like, this is a
Lovely.
nice-
I like it.
Right. So other option, I'm gonna do something like that. You're in guard, right? So yeah, acknowledge the fact that I can hit you here. Demo. Okay. So boom, cool. Maybe I take this step.
So you just do like an upward scoop.
Yeah. But rather than consider it like a palm up, like this one is when it has to go across.
You hit the back.
I'm still on Rogue One.
So you've done it one time. It looks like you hit with the back. The last time it looked like you hit with the reverse wrap side.
It depends on what you want.
Yeah.
So if I'm here, I can either here like I'm sauteing, or here like I'm
Yeah.
doing this,
Yeah.
range walk or something.
Yeah. This is later. Whereas scoop, they're both good.
But I feel like
You'll see it.
in this situation, you're naturally pulling your guard away,
You'll see it because
leaving yourself open.
right now,
This
I
one
don't want to aim
is
this
very
side.
tight. No, even if I
I
miss,
can just push that over.
kind of, right. 'Cause yeah, well, no,
I'm just
if
more
you don't
open.
hit,
Right.
right, you're just
You
doing
can
this.
do the arm
Yeah.
thing. Like,
Versus
Exactly.
this, I don't hit, I'm in Rogue One.
So this I've actually been using a lot recently.
Sorry to interrupt. It is
he's gonna
3:50.
move around. He's
The
gonna
next
do
class
his
starts
thing.
at 3.
Eventually, he wants to hit you too.
Oh.
He's gonna go into that
Technically, we're
specific range.
I don't even know what but I'm gonna duck out for instructors that like.
Cool. No worries. I'm gonna. So, do I have any time left
Oh, yeah.
15 minutes.
Everything's working.
to cover anything? Okay.
Well, 15 minutes and then the next class starts.
Right.
Okay. Thank y'all for coming. Is there any questions, concerns, any thing that stands out that you feel like is maybe a little hard to connect?
For me, specifically, like I'm just getting used to switching between Rogue One and Rogue 2.
Sure.
But Rogue One to Goofy is easy.
Yeah.
This is also a little bit of an awkward transition, going to Honest Guard from Goofy.
Yeah. You definitely don't want to do it in range. Right?
Yeah, like you reset out of range and then you move in afterwards. And then trying to focus on both my guard and trying to stay a little bit outside or a little bit inside at the same time, I think it's just going to take work. So
100%. I mean, we're covering a lot of complex concepts here.
Yeah.
Right? Footwork in its own thing, plus Florentine, which is already hard enough, right? You got two things to swing at.
so many moving parts.
So for sure, on your own, I'd recommend just practice as many times. Experiment with guards. Honestly, maybe I don't know what your goals are fighting wise, but pick one day, one guard. The next week that you're fighting, pick a different guard. That's just the only guard you're going to fight in that week. Figure out where you feel like you're open, right? If maybe every single time I keep losing my outside arm, maybe it's because I'm in my Rogue One, but my inside arms or my arm is too much on the inside, right? Eventually, through practice, it's going to learn to float to the right spot, and you're just going to end up in the right spot. Footwork-wise, it's always going to be a consistent thing that you're going to have to think about until you get extremely advanced. I promise you, there's a lot of fighters, even warlords here, that have to consciously think of footwork. It's not something you're going to be able to avoid, but for sure the guard, you're eventually going to learn where your hands need to be. Cool. Yeah.
Little to add on to him, if you want to challenge yourself in like a fighter practice day, pick like 2 or 3 of them, or pick all of them. Like, all right, in this one fight, like I want to be able to engage and disengage and switch to a different one each time. And just do that. Like, don't do it every fight, of course, but like, all right, I'm gonna start with that one. Okay, now I'm over here. Now I'm gonna switch to this one, and like try to get like go through a cycle of them just to like get used to being able to switch.
Yeah.
Like you don't like you can step all the way and switch just to do it, but just to get that thought process in your head that you can switch during it. So,
100%.
little fun challenge for you as you're doing stuff.
Yeah. Awesome. Anything else? No? Awesome. Well, thank you very much for attending. I appreciate it. It's been Ty and Warlord Ender. Kiara just left, but thank you for coming. Woo!
Thank you.
Appreciate it.